from beings who we'd call spirit. In Jamaica, we call them DUPPY, who were tricksters, who would play upon you to tell you things that would put fear into you. And the first thing my guide said to me is, always discern this. If you are in a situation where you are having an apparition or seeing an apparition that is putting fear into you or praising you and telling you that you're better than everyone else in the world, that is a trickster spirit. That is a spirit here to play on your emotions or play on your fears or amplify your fears. That's what the darkness does. An angel or a being of God always tells you that you are love, extends to you that you are love just as everyone else, and you are the best version of yourself, and you can be the best version of yourself. But never say to you, if you don't do this now, you're going to die tomorrow. That never happens, because beings of God, it's not possible for them to pump fear into you. It's just always a benevolent love and benevolent guidance to what is for your best purpose now. And when I realized that, then that didn't happen again, because I understood that beings of darkness is, like a fly. I remember I asked before, and the vision I saw was like brushing a fly off the shoulder. If you don't entertain darkness, darkness won't affect you in that type of way. So that was very helpful for me to understand. Now, this is how it works. There are many people who transition, and when they transition, for example, somebody who's hurt other people, when you transition, you are stripped immediately of fear, but you also become aware of the light. You become aware of the God love, and you get to see what you did while you lived on this earth. And not every being, every person is able to deal with that. And if they're fearful, especially if they weren't religious or didn't have any beliefs, it's hard for them to go with the angels to transmute this back to love. They don't trust it. And what they do, they find themselves in the underworld. We call it hell. Some people call it whatever. But they find themselves in this place, reliving this darkness all the time. And that's how my guides explained this to me. Explain apparitions of darkness. So there is darkness in this earth. There's nobody who can say there's no darkness. There is. But it is us, how we live, and when we transition, what energy are we feeding to? It's such a low vibrational energy of shame and judgment, and I can't believe I did that. And that spirit is living that always, and they lurk into corners where the energies reflect that. So now I'm going to explain to you how the energies work. The first thing to understand is you are energy. Spirits are energy. We are all energetic. When I do a meditation and I ask my guides or God or a feminine energy or the spirit of money, of any of that, it's like electricity. So it flows through and you can feel it, or you can feel it rested in a particular area of your body, depending what's happened. That's the first thing. So if you are energy, so is every other spirit that passed, whether it's on a high vibration or on a low vibration. So, for example, somebody who has transitioned and they're reliving a life every day in the underworld of being shameful. Somebody who was, let's say, a mass murderer, and they're reliving this every day. They're in the underworld. You know what you should watch? I remember in 2021, and I wanted explanation in this, and my guided, I remember I was automatic writing, I wrote What Dreams May Come, and I had this for months before I knew it was a movie. Watch What Dreams May Come, and the part, it is so true from what I saw, but the truest part of it is the part that talks about the underworld. That's almost exactly the way it is. Watch that. And the reason why I want you to watch it, because it will visualize for you, people who can't visualize exactly what it is. Okay, so a person who cannot go to the light because they can't understand the things that they did and they're reliving it every day, here's what happens to you who is in this person. And this is why we say people are possessed and they have attachments and beings with them. It is very possible. It can happen. But it's also as easy for you to get rid of if you allow the God consciousness to flow in. And let me explain. Okay, a being that's expressing themselves in that way is on such a low vibration. They're always negative. They're always just saying, I can't do this, I can't do that. You, who is alive, still alive now in the flesh, you're going through a situation and they say you're depressed, and you lock yourself in your room every day and you're in the dark, and you're feeding your mind, oh my God, I can't believe it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to become anything better for myself. Here is where you open a door to the underworld. Your energy is so low and you're thinking so low that your vibration dimmers down, and it meets the vibration of a lower energy being who is there in the underworld, who also has a story similar to yours. And the way they explained it to me is you meet at a vibration so low that they can attach themselves to you. And what they do is they start telling their story through you. And all of a sudden, a person that you know in your family who was always vibrant, all of a sudden is talking different. Because it's not them who's telling their story. It's a being, it's an entity of a lower vibration who's now telling their story through them, but you don't even realize it. And the reason why that happens is because you've drifted so low on a vibrational level that you can't even hear your spirit guides saying, no, you can't. You can be anything you want to be. It's just feeding yourself these affirmations every single day that controls your energetic transference. So you don't go so low where an entity who's also telling the same story can latch on to you and keep telling their stories through yours. And it makes your life absolute havoc, because now you're not just dealing with your own burden. The angels showed to me that you're dealing with the burden of a being who really should have gone to the light, but so confused, wants to keep reliving their hurt, their pain, their shame, their trauma through you. And you're so depressed and you're so down, and no medication in the world is going to help you.